Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to our channel. In this video, we are gonna see about how to implement custom translation in our Flutter apps. So without any delay, let's get started. So this is the example of login page that I have designed to showcase the how to handle those custom translation in Flutter. So there will be one, two, three, four strings there. So we'll see how to translate with other in your local languages in Flutter. So those strings I have defined in the string resource class as a separate file, login, email, password, and these are the validation messages which we are gonna display whenever the login pressed. So these are the strings that we are gonna translate to your local languages. So now I'm gonna have a separate file for language data. I'm gonna create a language data as a separate file. So inside this, I'm gonna have a language. All those languages strings will be comes under here. This will be our this string dynamic app of, and let's name it as a language data. So inside this, we are gonna define all those information. So now I'm gonna structure this as like okay. So for login, we just enter the login. So this will be a list. Okay. So inside this list, there will be a list of other languages which will define the login text. So here I'm gonna keep the code of the language. Right now for English, I'm gonna keep this en. So this will be for English as well as for Tamil. I'm gonna have a ta. So we are gonna give this here, and for Hindi, I'm gonna keep the hi. Oops. Oh, shit. Okay. So for Telugu, I'm gonna keep T. Okay. So this is how I'm gonna structure all those strings which will have the multiple local languages. So now I'm gonna use a Google Translate for translating the string to local languages. So for login, so this will be the text for Tamil. I'm gonna just keep here, and after that we need this in Hindi. Okay, just copy it. Okay, so just paste here. So after that, for Telugu, you have to. So this will be the text for login. Okay. So we have completed for login. We'll see what else is there. Email and password, right? So for email, we are gonna do the same thing here. Tamil and Hindi. Telugu. Yeah. So we'll go to the translator now. For Telugu, I'm not sure the Google is translating the exact word. I'm just believing the Google translator. Let's see. So finally for Hindi. Okay. So we have completed for email text. So another other one is a password. Oops. The password, the language data. So the password. So English will be the same password. Hindi will be okay. I will see for Tamil. Okay, finally Telugu. So we'll see that in Telugu. Yeah, so we are completed for password. So for now I'll just created the three string resource, three string files. So you can also create as much as you want. You can just like create as a separate list and put it there in the language data. We'll see how to use this in here. So now I'm gonna create extensions for it. So for making our job so easier, I'm gonna create an extension here. So the code, I'm gonna create an extensions as a separate file. Okay, so inside the extension I'm gonna create the extension for separate languages, English and the Tamil and the Telugu and the Hindi. So we'll see how to do this. So extension, so I'm gonna call it as a language extension. So this will be on string, right? So we'll give us a string. Okay, so I'm gonna give us the be first one will be our English one. So I'll just name it as English land. This will return. Okay, we are gonna pass this language data. By looping this, we are gonna passing the data. So just import this. So our current data. So I'm gonna give the map. Okay. So what's some dynamic can't be returned from English land. Okay, so it's showing the this thing or just so anyhow the final output will be a string. Okay, so I'm just looping the exact matching data here. So for example, if the login comes, I'll be looping this list, and in this particular list I'm gonna take the separate language text by using the code of the language. Okay, so here what you need to do is like here I'll be calling the, since this is a English, so I'm gonna directly call the EN. So since this is returned as a like a map, we need to change it to like a list only, and whereas it will also return the other values as a null. So we need to solve that corner cases also. So for that I have a planned, so we just changing that to list. So after that I'm gonna, okay, first let me clear this link code last. So okay, so we have converted the to list, and it will be the var type. It will return exact type which is inside the list. Okay, so that will also be the list only, and inside this I'm gonna get the first element and I'm gonna convert it to string. Yeah, that's it. So we'll just copy this and the paste is 3 more time. So this one is for Tamil, this one is for Hindi, so this one is for Telugu. So Telugu code word is TE, as well as for Hindi HI, and for Tamil TA. So yeah, we have completed the extensions here. So we'll see how to do that in a string resource file. So you need to, you can't define the directly the string here. You need to cut this. So inside this we have to pass the current language which is chosen by our customer. It won't be a const. Okay, so this will be a lang text. So this will return the text regarding the corresponding language. So for that I'm gonna keep a separate function to perform that language operation. So I'm gonna create a separate static variable. Should be returning a string that mode with lang. I'll just name it as like this. Okay, in this function I'm gonna take up two variables. One is the language lang and other one is the word. So I'm gonna create a switch case here based on lang. If it is English, we have to just return word dot. So we have to import those extension. It will make our job more easier. We'll just import the extension file which we have created. Okay, to import. Oops, it is. Okay, inside this code, so the common is the extension. Yeah, we have imported. So as you imported, if you pressed on the word dot, you can see the English lang, Hindi lang, Tamil lang, Telugu lang. Since this keyword is a en, so we'll just give us a English lang. We don't need a break here. So by default, you have to return the empty string here. We have done this. You have to just call this method, and you can just pass the language which is chosen by the user, and you have to pass the string here. So yeah, we have completed this. So same for Tamil. What dot Tamil lang. I'll just copy this. So this is for Telugu. So as well as for Hindi. So we have completed this, and we have created this for 3 texts. So we'll just do this for email and password too. So you have to pass the language. Okay, lang. What's this email, right? Email, yeah. You have to remove that const. For password, also same thing. Lang will be returning this. Okay, so we have completed this. So as soon as we have changed, we'll be getting a error here. So for this, so since I'm using the provider concept, so I have the qubit called not the qubit, it's a provider only. So login view model. So inside the login view model, okay. So I'll be having the authentication view model here, right? Yeah. So at the parent class, I'm gonna give this what's this selector lang. So initially I'm gonna give this en. So we need to pass this methods to every providers. I think we can take that inside here. Final model. Just import this. So now we have the instance here. So inside this login, you have to pass the lang. So which will be getting from the auth model just to the const. Okay. So same for email. So auth model dot select the lang. So same for password. Auth model select the lang. So for button login text. So now we don't have model here. We have to pass this. Okay. Model. I'm gonna just call this selected lang. We need to just pass the language which is chosen by end user. No need to do anything else. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna just run this project on web platform so that you can have an idea. Okay, yeah. So just performing the hard restart. Close this. We'll see the output. So since we have given the initial language as a en, so this is all the text is in English format only. Now we'll change the thing in authentication model. I'll just change it to Tamil. I'll just save it. I'll just restart this. Now we'll see now. As you can see, all the text has changed as Tamil. So it's shown here. Now we'll change this to Hindi. So I'll just give a head sign. I'll save it. I'll just restart this. So yeah, you can see here all the text has changed to Hindi, and for Telugu we have given a TE. Just save it and just restart it. Yeah, so all the text has changed to Telugu. So it's as simple as that. If you want to create a custom translation to a local language, so you can just keep like this. You can just keep on adding as much as string that you want to convert into as many languages. You can add also the more languages as well as more text inside the language data. So since the extension I have defined here is which will help you to get the data easier. So if you want to add another language, you have to add the another extension here. For if you want to have some other languages, you can just copy and paste this and replace this uh, code, language code. That's it. So you can just go to the string resource file and you can also return the same like this here. So that's it, guys. So this is the simple way to customize your local languages in Flutter apps. So that's all for the today's video, guys. We'll see you in next video. Stay tuned.